Stir the
Alright, you lads, we's back with some lore. This time on those sneaky gits called the Blood Axes.
Now, the Blood Axes, in case any of you guys remember, I did a video on Orc Commandos a while ago. And Orc Commandos mostly stem from this great clan of orcs known as the Blood Axes. So, pretty much the same rules apply. They're all about sneaking, and they're all about intelligence. But, the Blood Axes are a little bit more broad, because they're not all commandos. They could just be regular boys. So what does that mean? That basically means that, yes, Orc Commandos are created by the Blood Axe tribe, but there are other tribes that also create their own commandos. They still follow on the same principles as sneaking and such, but when it comes to the Blood Axes, they don't just do commando stuff like sneaking and stuff like that. What makes the Blood Axes is their adaptability. So, this is something that's really interesting about the Blood Axes, is that in common orc society, Blood Axes are untrusted. They're considered un-orky by orc standards. And this is mostly due to the fact that they use strategies and tactics that other aliens use, which is kind of odd. Now, orcs already are very versatile. They can blitzkrieg, they can hold up a fortification, they can do just about anything that we could do. But they typically don't do this, because it's boring. Like, why would they want to bombard a planet with just 1 million artillery shells, like the Death Corp of Krieg can do? Like, they could do it. There's no doubt in my mind they could pull it off. I mean, shit. They covered the planet of Armageddon with so many bombers that there was no sunlight. So, yeah, they could do it, but they choose not to because it's fucking boring. And they want to get in with the boys. They want to go in there and hack you down with an axe. They want to really get in the carnage. They want a good fight. So this is why the Blood Axes are kind of viewed as un-orky, is that they don't really get a good fight. They just kill their opponents and they keep winning and they keep conquering. This is kind of why in their history, at one point, they were actually the biggest clan. They actually were the biggest and baddest orcs around. But all the other tribes kind of united together and beat their ass, along with the Imperium of Man whooping their ass. This, of course, leads to them obviously liking to humans a lot, because they typically work themselves out as mercenaries for humans. And they also, they see that humanity worked. They see that since they were the first ones to meet humanity, they were also the first ones to get fucked by humanity. So, they obviously see humanity to regard as, yeah, they're not orky, yeah, a human is weak, but what they're doing is fucking working, and we better start taking notes. So, they're kind of getting their heads around that.
Shut up, you daft git. We just don't need those special tactics that them weakling oomies have. We's the orcs. We's the best.
Obviously, other orcs have an issue with this. I mean, who the fuck are the Blood Axes to go tell them to wait after the artillery bombardment before they charge in? Of course, obviously, these tactics are very basic and simplistic, but the fact that they're from human origin does create a lot of tension when they work with other orcs of different clans. Mind you, like, the Snakebite clan is a very traditionalist clan. They do not use technology. They do not use really any sort of tactics. So them working with the Blood Axes is not going to fucking work. The Blood Axes, on the other hand, they do pretty fine by themselves. I'm not going to lie. Now, usually they're mercenaries, and they also do some very interesting tactics that I think are very unique, because when a human does these tactics, it's just standard run-of-the-mill. But when an orc pulls these tactics off, it can lead to some catastrophic fucking victories. Because no human would expect it. No alien would expect an orc to do these tactics. Like, there was one impenetrable space outpost that the Tau had, And the orcs realized they couldn't really take it out because the Tau are a bunch of fucking pussies who like to shoot things from a distance.
Gah, I know what that is. That's the big raid them boys keep talking about. God, I wish I was part of that raid. Cunning thing that them boys be doing over there in their blood axes. I'll give them that. But only that.
So essentially what happened was the blood axes realized that, hey, we can't attack this thing conveniently the way we'd like to, but let's trade with the Tau. Let's work with them as mercenaries. After all, them Tau keep preaching about the greater good and they really want to assimilate us, so let's work with them and get some of their technology. Well, after a while working with them and getting their technology, the blood axes saw a weakness in the Tau outpost and they took full fucking advantage of it. They basically hijacked a transport ship, and the transport ship seemed normal. Shit, the Tau didn't have any reason to suspect orcs were on it. All of a sudden, ship docks. Tau open up the transport. Surprise! You are now in close quarters combat, which is the orc specialty, and you are now trapped with them. Oh boy, does this get bad to worse. When it rains, it pours. And when you're mean, you're green. So, yeah. Essentially, what you can get from this story is that although the blood axes are deemed unorky by orc society, and although they do things that aren't traditional orc tactics and many orcs will actually belittle them for this, a lot of orcs feel envy for it because, yeah, on one hand, it's unorky. And no orc who is as green as any orc would ever want to do these tactics because it's just not fun. But when these tactics work spectacularly, like the raid on the Tau outpost, the boys feel kind of envious of it. They kind of wish they were a part of these slaughters because this is just great cunning stuff, this is. And Mork likes cunning. So that's kind of the whole role of the blood axes, is they're really just the cunning gits. They're more like goblins in that sense, where they just are always cunning and scheming these plans that actually do make fruition. They are always interesting tribe to look at. I like looking at them too because I could use them on a tabletop where I make mechanized infantry and it makes sense in the lore. Shit, I'll artillery you with some war trucks and then I'm going to have some trucks come in and drop off the boys after I'm done artillerying you. That's a very human tactic, but the blood axes would definitely fucking do it if it means that they can win. So not only do their strategies apply to sneaking, their strategies also apply to the real battles. That's some really cool shit that you will see with the blood axes. Besides that, if you are looking for a more traditional orc clan, literally choose any other orc clan. But if you're doing tabletop and you wanted to do some like blood axes, they do have this cover buff that they have in the newest edition. Essentially, if you're several feet away from the nearby opponent and they shoot at you, you are supposed to treat it as if you are undercover despite the fact you are out in the open. This is due to the fact that blood axes typically wear camouflage, except the problem is that blood axes don't know how camouflage works. So this is along with orc commandos. So essentially what happens is blood axes learned to use camouflage. They learned it from humanity. Good job. But the problem is that they'll put shit that does not work. Like they'll wear desert camo in the middle of an Arctic tundra. So you tell me what the issue is in that color scheme. Or better yet, they'll wear like full black like armor because that's their clan armor. But the problem is that they're in like super fucking like lava-y area. So they kind of stick out. But besides that, sometimes it works. Because again, the orc thinks the camouflage works, so therefore it does. The orcs think this strategy will work, therefore it will. So besides that, that's been the blood axes. This video has been a little shorter than I like, but that's because I'm really fucking tired. And also because I love having fun with Teeth Snatcher here, and I've been messing around with a lot of the voice stuff. So besides that, see you guys next time. And stick around for some more Teeth Snatcher audio.
Oh, Zog, I can't believe it. He already did the lore video and I didn't subscribe. Shit! That's it. Give me Gretchen. Go and remind him real good why he has to remind me to like, comment, subscribe his videos. That dumb git. Whoa.